The fact that humans made the characters mean the characters are flawed in the same way humans are. We try and hide
Exactly.
from the problems, but it doesn't mean they disappear. It just means they're hidden beneath one extra layer.
Seymour looks towards the group and says, "Oh, you're back. It's been 6 months. How did you all get here?" And he's just like acting like he's seeing you for the very first time.
Just had this conversation.
We did?
Yeah.
Look towards V and be like, "Is that normal?"
Brandon says, "Oh, yes. Seymour, you're having one of your." He's been spending so much of his mental energy protecting all of us that it's messing with his memories. Sometimes he'll forget things. So it's all right, Seymour. I'll explain everything. But they've been gone for months. I know. I'll explain everything.
Viridian, I'll help with this. And I just go with it. And I literally repeat the exact conversation that we had.
Yes. Okay. And it'll play out pretty much identically.
Yeah. It's just a recorder.
That's funny. That's very funny.
Yeah.
That's when Jacob will say, They're back. They're back." As because he stepped out just briefly and then he came back. He says, the supply run folks are back, including Raphael.
Okay. Let's not let them in and go out and meet them. Because if any...
Oh, you're
muted.
Check their eyes first, Viridian says.
Yes. Let's not... Yeah, they can't come in until they've been checked. So...
Gabe's gonna rush out.
Bobot will escort y'all while you go do that. I'm gonna pull V to the side and say, I'm gonna talk to V while you guys are checking
Sure.
them.
Go ahead. So, you wanted to talk.
Where's Grella?
Grella. Now that's a name I haven't heard in forever. Would have wanted to forget about that name. Where? I have to, if I'm being honest with you, I actually lost tabs of her a while ago. Your guess is honestly as good as mine.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
I think I just need to see her.
I have no idea if she's even alive. I mean, she was up there in age back in the day, so
Me neither. I just thought you'd keep tabs on her. Surprised you didn't. But... Can I insight her to see whether or not she
Sure.
actually is keeping tabs? 31.
31.
31?
Oh,
Wow.
dirty
31.
one.
Oh,
Dirty one. You believer.
Cool.
What exactly sparked this? Your curiosity.
I forgot about her. I forgot nearly everything about her. But I recently remembered.
I wouldn't blame you. She did awful things to you. Terrible things to you. If you ask me, it actually is what messed you all up, she says, pointing you in the head.
I'm wondering... Yeah, I guess that's true.
Why would you want to see her again? Are you trying to say something to her, specifically?
I want some closure. I want to face my devil.
And if I were you, and I wanted closure for someone who did those things to me, I would definitely want to do more than just talk.
We'll see.
How about yourself? You seem different, Cade. And I can't quite put my furry finger on it, but there's something about you that's... I don't know. I can't explain it.
I don't know. I'm just putting one foot in front of the other. Trying to figure this all out. Me most of all. I have good friends around me who are each giving me their point of view and once you mix all those point of views together, test them against each other, I feel like it's coming out with something good.
Well, if you figure things out, especially everything that you've had to deal with through life, then feel free to share with the rest of the class. I think we're all trying to figure things out.
Well, thank you, V. You've been a good friend to me, and I appreciate you. And if you can find Grella for me, I'd appreciate that too. I know there's more important things going on, but this is as important to me.
I'll see what I can do. I'll keep that in mind.
Thanks. And I'll like kind of put a hand on her shoulder and then walk away, kind of going towards the portal.
Okay. You'll go out the portal. You'll see Gabe. You're already there. Yeah. So you'll see your son arrive. 6 months has hardened him a bit. So he's wearing some sort of like makeshift leather armor, I guess. Is wearing some sort of stealthy cloak over top of it. And he's accompanied by like 2 other people you've never met. They're carrying some bags right now that they're starting to unpack. It looks like they've just acquired medical supplies. So,
Raph?
Dad? Dad!
He's-
Where have you been?
Gabe's just gonna go up and hug him like he's a little kid.
He'll give you a hug. And they'll say, "What happened to you?"
Oh, we were in your grandfather's memory, and something was going to kill us. So for us did something to get us out of there, but it blew us to a whole different dimension, and we had to get all the way back here.
So, you've been in a whole other dimension this entire time?
It's been like days it seemed like days to us.
Well, how did you find us?
We jumped dimensions.
No, I mean, how did you find us here? How did you find this place? How did you know we were hiding out here?
I went back to the house. I reprogrammed the golems.
Did you reprogram the columns?
Yeah, your grandfather, he programmed them to trap me into the game.
Oh, that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense.
What did he do? He took you away from the house for protection, but now you guys ended up here. What happened?
Yeah, he took us out of the house, but he was acting strange, like really, really weird. And Angie kind of felt the same way too. So we were trying to convince Mom and Saz about it too, but they didn't seem to. They didn't seem to see what we saw, and we just kind of left.
You just
Me and
left?
Angie. Yeah, something about our grandpa was off, and eventually we found out that he's gotten plugged in and wasn't himself, and now he's hunting for everybody who isn't plugged in now.
Where did he take you, and how did you guys escape?
He was trying to take us back to his house.
Huh.
I mean, we stayed there for about a day, and then fortunately we managed to, I guess, escape is the best way to put it.
When we went LARPing, what is the thing you wanted? What's the thing you wanted to be?
What though I wanted to be?
Yeah, as a kid.
Oh, I wanted to be you, Dad. Of course I did.
You wanted to be like me in which way?
Like, I don't know. That's a weird question to ask. We LARPed a long time ago, Dad. Like, how? I mean, you're my dad. So...
For us. Let me roll. the insight, but if anyone else wants to roll with me, because I'm doing this in
Yeah.
Not out of the portal. I never left.
damn.
If you want to do an insight, or Cade's there now. Cade's there by now. If Cade wants to roll his stellar insight, he's welcome to it too.
I know.
Cade's not trying to insight anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out a little bit of gold dust
Sure.
and just gently throw it towards Cade.
Oh, okay.
So
Gold
I
dust.
roll. So how
Roll
much?
3 times. 3 times.
3 more times?
Yeah, 3 times. No, I mean 3 times total. 3
Okay.
times total. Get
Can I take
best
the
of
highest?
Take
Okay.
the highest of the 3.
So 16.
16. Something's off about Raphael right now. Something's off about the way he's answering your questions. It's not quite right.
He looks in and he goes, "You want to be just like me?"
I mean, yeah, I was little. I mean, most sons want to be like their dad. So yeah.
I'm trying to think how he's gonna do this. Can I talk to you in private?
Sure. Where?
Just over there.
Okay. Sure.
Abe's there? Is Abe's there because he sprinked the...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hold on for a moment. I want to
He's-
give him... Like, I'll say there's no mental link, but Gabe... Out of character, you probably know something up with Gabe, because...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you guys leave the portal, the dimension breaks the connection.
Are you Loki?
He looks like you strange, like Loki. I'm not plugged in, Dad. What do you mean? No, I'm not Loki.
Then who are you?
Dad, it's me. It's your son, Rock.
Something's off, I know it.
What am I supposed to do to convince you that I'm me, Dad? You haven't seen me in 6 months, okay? Is it because of how unkempt I am? Is it because I haven't shaved in a while? Is that what's making you suspicious?
Because I know my son. And I know for a fact you have not have forgotten what you wanted to be because you're so embarrassed by it.
He looks very frustrated, and then make a will save, Gabriel.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if I have any cards to help me out here.
Oh no.
See, Gabe's like, I know you wouldn't forget. Kids don't forget their embarrassing things. Dads.
Dave
strength E.
and a Kate, if they want to, they can make a perception roll. If
Yeah.
they want to.
Okay, so I'm gonna just have to make a will.
Yep. Gonna be a relatively strong will.
Nat 1, so I'm gonna luck roll that.
Nice. Yeah, job. These luck rolls.
18.
Okay, good.
Not bad.
14.
Cade, so Cade,
17.
Raphael
Oh.
is 100% an illusion. An illusion, yes. What did you get?
17. Although, like, there's different layers of mind control, so I don't know what layer this is.
Okay. So he's basically like trying to convince you that he is your son. So you're starting to get lulled into thinking. Kate obviously can intervene in any way. I mean, you're witnessing what's happening right now. This is an illusion. It seems.
Do I feel something is trying to get in my head?
I will say yes. You're feeling something, and it does feel very Loki-like, for sure.
Please. And his band, the thing, springs force and becomes Gungier.
Wow. Nice.
And that doesn't really do anything, but it's definitely a symbol that something's happening.
I want to. Do I have a chance to perceive where invisible Loki is?
Yeah, I'll give you a chance. Sure.
Is this another perception roll?
Sure. He's very. Go ahead. What's?
21.
Yeah, just made it. You do see a little bit of movement off to the other side. as if somebody is hiding in plain sight.
I'll command Bobot, kind of giving him the location to go restrain.
Okay. Sure. Bobot will go, and I guess while that's happening, Loki is having this mental... is wrestling mentally with Gabriel, and he says, that spear isn't yours. It belongs to my father. You are not my father.
I am your father. You can even ask him. We are one and the same.
No, you're not. Just because you made him look like you doesn't mean that you're my father.
This spear I made it, and I gave to him. I wish I can have him talk to you.
You really want to rejoin your son, then you will come with me and plug in now!
Where is he?
As out of character, you're asking where he is?
Where Raphael is.
He says, your son is right here. Your true son is right here once you awaken and realize it. And he's so distracted by this that he doesn't notice this honking large Bobot up here and just grabs him. And
I look interested.
when he does, the illusion of Raphael drops. And what you will find, what he has grabbed, is essentially Raphael, but he's dressed up as Loki. Like he's in Loki's outfit, but it is, for all intents and purposes, Raphael.
You got to do the cosplay stuff, haven't you? How am I feeling with the brain? Like, is it still trying to, or has it broken? Because now
it has broken slightly because now he's dealing with this Bobot thing.
You're not gonna be able to take him out, remove him. He's machine.
He says, "You think that sheer brawn is going to detain the great Loki?"
I mean, we can sit here and talk. I mean, the Ave would have had the would have been man enough to talk, but you know, I know you're not.
I also want to sneak a tracer on him. I want to basically
totally.
He's
You're gonna catch and release.
Yeah,
Totally.
and just get a tracer on him.
Totally.
I'm basically distracting him, being like, you know, the Abe would talk to us because he's the man, but I know you wouldn't.
Your Bobot may be a machine, but I'm not. And he'll basically poof and like transform into a slippery eel, like a literally slippery eel. And so it's one of those things where you try to squeeze a slippery thing too hard, and it just like flops out of your grasp. And yeah, by that point you would have put the tracker on him. But he'll fling out, and then Loki will kind of shake his fist at you, and he'll say, "You'll be home soon, father. You'll be home very soon." And he'll sort of like disapparate, apparate away, I guess.
Gabe's like, of course.
The two companions who was with Loki the whole time were like, "Whoa, when did that happen? How long has he been Loki?"
Probably the whole time.
Insight check.
Yeah, totally. For sure. You gotta check these things for sure.
Yeah.
Got an 8.
Oh,
You think they're legit. You think they're legit.
That'll be the title of this session. Insight check.
I'm gonna throw my
19.
to
Your what?
Gabe. Be like, "Here's your kid."
Yeah.
I have a 19 on insight. Are they?
They seem to be legitimately surprised that he was an illusion. Yeah.
My own kids.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Wait, that means they're aware of this location.
Yeah, but they can't get in at least.
I'm gonna walk back into the portal and let Forrest know, "Hey, they're aware of this position. We need to move."
Great. It's easy to move the portal, but I only have so many uses of my breath weapon every day.
The longer we talk in here, the more time they have out there to surround us.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave the portal.
So just as everybody's getting settled in, I would have been talking with like Viridian and Seymour and all that.
Sure.
And just as everybody's settling in, I'm just going, all right, guys, change the plans. People know where we are. Actually, I think
Where can we go? Seymour says.
I do have a place, provided they haven't bulldozed it yet.
Where?
Ranch?
Yeah,
The ranch?
the ranch.
But wouldn't they know where that is?
Well, do they know where we're going?
I mean, if they're hooked up, they might not know what the ranch is. The only one who would know about the ranch would be Phoebe.
Yeah, and obviously me and Yellow. But yeah, I think that'd be all right. The problem is moving a huge group of people. I can only get like so many people to be like cool and everything.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Viridian says, but in the 6 months that you've been gone, they sort of took over the ranch, Viridian says.
Okay.
Do we just need a place to put your portal?
Yeah, just a place to put the portal.
Abe's house.
What?
It's compromised.
What about my apartment?
I guess that's good enough.
There's
What other
almost no
options
one
we
who
have?
knows.
Wait, hold on.
It's just a generic apartment. So.
Pause. It's the portal. We don't really need to defend it that well, right?
I mean, we can get jumped on the way in and out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's invisible or anything. They might not be able to get in, but it's still this big crack in space and time. Like glowing, and it emits music, and it's very obvious that it's there.
Why don't
That's
we sync
why,
up with Rook? Put it in one of his trees.
because
can
we
find
don't know
that.
if Rook is on our side or if he's just against Vita.
Mm-hmm.
He
I have like
made
three
it
thoughts
clear
here.
earlier.
Either we put it in a spot that no one will ever look, like the sewers. 2, we put it in a security spot, Gabe's house. Or 3, mix the 2 together with Rook if we can trust him. Which I think we kind of can. He wants to end Vita as much as we do.
He also wants to kind of erase society as well as we know it. Granted, he doesn't want to destroy the world or anything, but I don't agree with his views, especially not the way he tries to execute it.
Viridian says, Ave also does make a good point. His apartment is pretty inconspicuous, I would think,
Mm-hmm.
of all of your specific areas.
And if we really want to meet up with
Once,
Rook,
I'm going to be his
if we
apartment.
if we want to meet up with Rook, Rook knows where my apartment is.
That's
Let
true.
you guys lead it. I'm fine with whatever you decide.
But the problem is just getting a bunch of people. Like, how many people would you say Hark is here currently?
30. Well,
30?
29, not including Raphael now. Jacob will ask, does your apartment have a kitchen?
Yeah.
I vote Abe's apartment, Jacob says.
Do we have to travel them there, or can we just change the portal entrance from here to there?
We can, but like, if I make a new portal somewhere else, everybody who entered at this location gets booted out at this location.
Mm.
Okay.
So
Rip.
We have to
Yeah.
be able to move 30 people across the city.
Well,
The chrono option.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is an option.
It is an option.
I'm sorry.
I feel like Chrono's. To be fair, I think Chrono's happy just helping out all of these people.
I think so too.
All right.
Well, let's do it.
Hey,
Sorry for us.
can Chrono teleport across dimensions?
No.
No.
Okay, good. If you ever alter, like if you're in like the character creator, don't do that in case you get taken over. Okay, so like when you level up your character, don't. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you got it.
Because I've been leveling up, my character, Yellow. and I made sure not to give her any. That'd be terrible.
I'll make this quick, Forrest. Maybe let's get them all out here and get them ready for the jump.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be rallying people like, okay, we gotta move locations. You'll be here in a minute, but we gotta move. Pack up.
I think we can just kind of do. Just teleports everyone around.
Mhm.
You all have arrived into Abe's apartment, and I presume that Forrest recreated a new portal.
Yes.
Abe, one thing you
Mhm.
notice as soon as you arrive in your apartment, if you go to your bedroom, you actually will find something on a nightstand or a desk or wherever, and it looks like it's a small note has been left on wherever in your room.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna grab it. Open it up.
The note, first of all, is written in Kenku language.
Mhm.
It's also written in your sister's handwriting. It says, if you are reading this, come find me at the building of, I don't know what you would refer to it as. It's like the main building for the Confederacy of Coins. Like the Capitol building of the Confederacy of Coins. That's not the right terminology.
Something like Wall Street.
Sure. And that's all the note says.
I'm gonna show it to the rest.
This is the part of the story where it branches three ways. There's three hooks now. There's the Rook hook. I like that. The Rook hook, the Candy hook, the Lori hook. So, at least as of right now, those are the three hooks.
I'm gonna show the note to the rest. I got a note from my sister. Though again, there's no way to know if this is real or a trap. I will say that my sister doesn't play the game, so there's no character to take her over. We don't really know what happens to people that don't have characters. Maybe we should ask that, if anyone knows that.
I'd assume an account would just be made and forced on you, but I don't know. I'm not an authoritarian overlord.
That's what it would have explained to you. Yeah. I
So
think Seymour said that too.
Nice.
Oh, you could send your birds, Jacob says.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, they can only talk if like they can understand, right? And maybe your sister wouldn't do that.
Well, if she's taken over by a character, then the odds of her character having the ability to speak the birds is quite slim. Is that even implemented in the game? Okay.
Depends on who has it. I don't know. Maybe your sister's character would have the power to talk to animals, but I don't know.
Well, my sister could do it. It's just if she gets a random character assigned to her, then I think the odds are quite slim that she would have a character that could do it as well. So if I send a bird with a message to go somewhere very specific, then
Maybe
if we get a response, the odds that she's saying it, another character, are very high.
Maybe you can contact your brother via birds, and both of you guys can meet up with her.
I think that's not a bad idea.
It's two different avenues, but we can bring them together.
It does double the risk.
Double the risk, but double the reward, right?
Well, maybe not double the reward.
That's my thinking. I think our best chance is Rook. Rook is the least likely to have been influenced.
I still think we should at least attempt to mess around with Phoebe, though.
I can try something.
Out of curiosity, where did Loki go?
Good question. Loki is going back to the main Vita Corporation building. But then after that, Loki is then going over to the Vita, what used to be the Vita complex, more specifically the Our Lady of Perpetual Indulgence. That's where he's going second.
Of course he's going there.
Yes,
Okay.
he is.
Mm. I wish Odin
think
was
he's-
here. He can give him an earful.
I think Loki got sick and tired of how popular the Knave of Diamonds
Mhm.
was months ago. He's trying to,
Yeah.
compete
Uh,
against that.
Tricksters love that place.
out of character, who's my dad's Vita character? Would I know?
Your dad's Vita character is interesting because he plays in the game. He plays a moderator, but it's a character who has like admin privileges. So he essentially can do virtually anything while he's in the game. So it's a character that he calls Cheat Code. The character is named a superhero called Cheat Code because he literally could just cheat his way through anything and just program anything. So
That's probably how he's able to do all of this. Imagine. Wait a minute. My dad's Vita character is called Cheat Code. He can manipulate. If our powers transfer over, that might be why all this stuff could happen. My dad's character have admin privileges in this world too.
That must be limited, right?
So he's a god.
I
Sort of.
sort of. I mean, admin privileges. You have limitations to them still, depending on your ability. But
That sounds pretty difficult to face. What's the good of teleporting and hitting hard with a sword if he can be immune to swords and have anti-teleportation?
I mean,
That's why we don't fight him on his turf.
Yeah, I agree.
This doesn't seem like a problem we can physically
No.
fight.
I agree.
no. I agree. I think the two things we should do is go to Rook. We can get allies. And then maybe I can get information out of Phoebe. If I can't, then that's the worst of it, but
Yeah, I think ally gathering is a good use of our time for now.
Oh, also, Gabe, you had that old Vita equipment at your house, right?
yeah.
You used it once.
Yeah.
Could you jury rig it so that it's like we don't have the risk of being permanently plugged in if we do that? Do you know, or
I mean, I don't think so.
No,
I
I don't
mean,
think so. I think
Like-
I think the implication is the next time you log into the game, you're plugged into the game
you're taken over
and
by.
you're taken over.
Maybe we should have a talk with the other selves so that if something happens, we're all on the same page. Because it seems like something's happening in their world, and they're trying to save it by jumping into our world.
honestly, I'm not sure if Yellow's on our side or not. Yellow works for the government.
Yeah, I don't know.
She could be playing us this entire time.
I'm not sure. I
Damn.
I mean, I could try jumping in. I can try jumping, not the into the Vita equipment itself, seeing what's going on there.
I think you'll just find the same thing you already found, though. Like somebody powerful with admin privileges is in control.
But if everyone's hooked up to it, if I connect to the system that way, maybe I might be able to talk to Phoebe that way, or other people.
Well, yeah, but how would you get out?
It's a dimension. I can hop out anytime I want.
I don't know.
Everything
Seems
we're gonna
risky.
do is risky.
I know, but it seems too risky.
Yeah, there are different levels. I think we start with the lower risk and move our way up. I think talking to Rook it makes the most sense for now.
Yeah.
He's just the least likely to be involved with Vita.
Yeah, I think we should send messages to everyone we can, or at least, and see, dip our toe in the water before we jump in.
Yeah, if we want to meet your sister, let's make sure that we're setting the meeting where it's our environment.
All right. What do you suggest?
Maybe outside the city near the forest. Maybe after we talk to Rook, especially because that's probably his area of control.
I think that's a good idea. Seems like it's kind of Rook's home turf, but he wouldn't hurt me or my sister.
Yeah. We could even arrange maybe a pickup or something to help get your sister there safely.
Can I help at all? Jacob like raises his hand.
We're all open to ideas.
I mean, can I come with you? I've just kind of been stuck here, not really doing anything useful, and I don't know if you're all gonna fight this thing. I want to fight, just as long as we don't, kill people left and right.
I don't
Uh,
plan on it.
I think you can be helpful to us, buddy. But here's the thing: is your sister would give me an absolute earful if I let you get in the way of danger. So I think the best thing you can do for us is you should write a song about us and our heroics. That way, people know how awesome we are.
I can do that, but if I'm also being honest, I was kind of hoping I could come because my sister's out there somewhere, and I kind of want to keep an eye out for her. I know you all can do that too, but I'm just I don't know. I just want to help out more than just being the guy that does the music in the background.
Jacob, how's your flying going?
I can fly really well, and I can manipulate air, like I said, really well.
Mhm.
I
My opinion, that could be helpful.
It could be, but I mean, you could stay, but you have your little brother to think of too.
My
Okay,
little brother is the reason why I want to go out there.
there are several people that want best interest for that child. Do we want all of them to stay safe?
Are you asking like all the people who are taking control of? Are we trying to keep them all safe? Is that what you're asking?
Oh, this is quite a specific question towards you, Gabe. Think you
What is
understand.
it? What is it?
Repeat it.
Basically implying that why would Jacob have to stay safe for the child if you are not staying safe for the child? Because you're family too.
Yeah. Look. It's my job to put myself out there to keep people safe, and there's some people who probably should stay here to keep people safe. We're the ones who are in the thick of it, so
And
we
we
have to put my own life on the line.
yeah, but we can use all the help that we can get.
He's
Can
only
you help us fly without you having to be near us? Can you give us the ability to fly and then you can stay back while we use it?
I don't know if I can do that without you all being near me. I can grant you the ability to fly, but you'd have to stay within a certain distance of me.
That's how it is with me and running.
I could volunteer too, Tomas says. And Bridian says, yeah, and if I can help at all, I'll help as well. This is the part where there's like the character selection screen, and it's up to you if you want to bring along 3 or none of the party members with you.
Part of me wonders if we should form a secondary group in case like something happens to us, right? And also we can kill 2 birds with 2 stones. So we don't have to waste 1 stone. Well, if our stone doesn't kill 2 birds, we have another stone. And they can be doing things while we're also doing things.
What do you want them to go and do?
Well, honestly, we do need people to look out for everybody here. I mean, the farm, the ranch, it's going to be all right, but it can't sustain people forever. And certainly there's a problem that when you start getting tired, you have to be in the real world to sleep. But we could have a thing where like you guys volunteer and take on something else. Like maybe we take on the best or most dangerous thing to do for us while you guys do something less dangerous, but also just as important.
Crazy thought here. Do you want to know what's going on the ranch right now? I think there's a lot of information that we could gather on the ranch itself, right?
Yes, I do. I will be back at my home.
Well, what if we send Viridian, Jacob, and Thomas there
The scout?
to check that out? Yeah. Viridian is very good at sneaking inside buildings. Thomas is, I believe, quite good at keeping an eye out, since that's every single time that we did any pranks, he was doing some lookout, so good at that. And Jacob could transport them. They could make quite a good combination.
I mean, I don't want to jump on anybody's toes. It was just a suggestion. It's up to them, really.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Another option, Viridian says, is Forrest can come with the ranch group out of character. So another recommendation is you split the party. Half of you are going to one way, the other half go the other way, and you can bring NPCs. You can also spread the NPCs that way as well.
Not necessarily split the party, create two parties.
Right, create two
Let's
parties.
not use that terrible terminology. Come on.
Or you could split it 3 ways. I mean, there's plenty of people. As I said, there's a lot of hooks here, so it's up to you how you want to play this. If you want to all just go one place one at a time, or if you want to cover more ground and bring different NPCs with you.
We could spread out and do almost everything. If they really do need, or if they really do want to help, we can go in groups of we can go in 3 groups and do getting information, getting allies.
Kate, you could still try to make contact with Candy then.
I feel like we shouldn't bite off more than we can chew all at once.
The time is of the essence as well.
Probably maybe send messages like you can and see if you get responses, but I think we should really just pick 2 things that we need to do.
I'm going to pull out an envelope and I'll put in a tracker and say, write a note to your sister and tell her to hold on to this so that we can pick her up quickly when the time comes, and have one of your birds send it. I think we start with your brother and your sister. Maybe we have a scout group go to the ranch, but Candy's right in the middle of. We'll get Candy, but now's not the moment.
Well, so I can hop in and out of machines if they're connected. So if we all hold on some technology that's connected to each other, I could probably jump in and get to
Like
you
the
all.
earpieces?
Yeah.
Well, we all got them.
Don't forget that if it works via internet or anything, it won't work anymore because connection is down.
We have a 1 mile radius.
Well, you can still phone call people, right?
No. No, we have a 1 mile radius, so that idea works within 1 mile. But since we lost connection, our cell phone service, we can't go further than that.
Yeah.
Right.
And plus,
Kate,
we're sending out the birds. That gives us some time to do something else.
Wait.
Well, give me the tracker. I'll fix that.
Wait, if Loki is in Lay Perpetual Indulgence, he's in Live in La Vida, right?
Yeah, he's right by Candy.
You're connected him, right? There's a chance I can hop into your tracker and hop out on peer next to him, or at least maybe see what he's doing on the other end. I'm not sure.
You can always give it a try.
I guess it depends on where you put it. Where'd you put the tracker?
Under his his cosplay.
Yeah, so would you be able to see anything?
No, but I can probably hop in other places in there.
Okay.
I don't like you trying to. Yeah, play safe. I don't like you trying to one-on-one Loki.
You can come with me if you want.
The ranch is nearby to the Vita complex. I'm not sure how close, but you might be able to hop to my stuff. If it's like my earpiece.
Yeah. But yeah, Cade, you can go. Having in that world, it seems like having technical abilities is the #1 thing, and you're the only other tech guy we have.
You can take me into it?
Yeah, I can take anything within 300 pounds.
Which means Bobot can't come.
No.
Sounds kind of arbitrary.
I mean, no, wait, no. If he's a backpack and he's
Oh,
lighter,
true.
then yeah, we can take Bobot with us. He just has to be in backpack form.
I don't understand the objective though. What are we going there to do?
I don't know. See what's
I feel like
happening.
we should probably know that before we start making plays.
Yeah, that's why I think we should start with the messages, see what we can
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just for
round up.
the sake of going, can we say the birds have been sent? The 2 birds.
I'm gonna do something specific with birds.
Cool.
So I'm gonna pick a lot of no, I'm gonna just pick 2 birds. Just gather them with me. And instead of like writing anything message wise, I'm gonna tell the message to them. I'm gonna speak to one for my sister. And I'm gonna take the tracker, like put it in a small envelope or something, attach it to the bird, and say, all right, find this person. I'm going to describe what she looks like. As soon as you find her, ask what her name is. If she answers Lori, give this to her and say that her little brother is doing fine and we'll meet. Got that?
The bird will nod in understanding.
No, I'm gonna let that one fly off, then the other one. All right. You know what? I'm gonna give you some backup. Gonna gather a few others. And as an FYI, I can in total summon 128 birds.
Oh wow!
I've been doing a little upgrading.
So you have 127 birds just like lined up.
Yep, and I'm gonna just start gathering crowds and just gonna do the exact same thing to most of them. Just send them all over the place, trying to find Rook, because Rook's gonna be quite difficult to find probably.
Okay.
Just I'm gonna give the message Rook. So again, speaking as the bird has to speak it out. Rook, this is Ave. We want to talk about this whole situation. Meet me at my apartment.
Oh, you're just gonna tell her. Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure Rook will not be. And I'm putting a lot of confidence in him right now. And just send it out.
Cool.
I did have one more idea.
All right.
We know that Phoebe runs. She's Mama Sutra, right?
Yeah.
And Loki
Yeah.
is at Indulgence.
Yeah.
So maybe what we could also do is like have you jump to Loki, see if you can jump around and find Mama Sutra, have that conversation out of character, but in a device. Like she is a techie, right? Like she can hear and
she's
so,
always
like,
connected.
yeah, and she can you can talk to her without having that risk of being forced into it because you're in a different dimension, right?
Yeah, I can do that. Like I said, you guys let me. I could do that. If someone wants to come with me,
Yeah,
I'm
I
happy,
definitely think we should
but-
have like a backup team.
but whoever comes with me, they need to be either very tech knowledge and tech, or maybe magic, because everything is connected to magic. So magic could help, but mainly tech. That is a basically a cyber dimension.
Yeah, I think we should have like an exfiltration team following you, Gabe. And then
Alright.
when we do the ranch, it's an infiltration team.
I hate to say it, but to me it sounds like Chrono's the most useful for your mission. He can echolocate and then teleport you right to where you need to go.
I know. That's and it's selfish of me to want to be at the ranch.
Listen, it's your body. It's asking a lot to have it keep getting taken over. If you don't want to, I get it.
But this is for the betterment of everybody, right?
So my understanding is Chrono and Gabe go and find Miss Techie, And then after that mission's accomplished, that conversation's had to teleport to the. Well, that's the thing is if you teleport to the ranch right after, then Chrono can leave, and then it's you there.
Well, I don't think you need like somebody to be with Gabriel. I mean, how can you follow him through machines, right?
I could take
You can
people with
take
me.
someone. That's
Oh, you
why
can take someone. I
Yeah,
missed
I could
that
take.
part.
I could take under 300.
Okay,
So I could take
cool. I
multiple
take
missed
people
that.
with
Chrono.
me.
But wait, if you're in the machine universe or whatever, would that be like literally taking our character or
I'm. It's. I think it's more the machine itself. It's not actually because
okay?
the other universe is a whole different universe that
And this is
we're
kind of like
living
a
in.
like an underlying like dimension thing.
I guess so. Yeah. Like I said, I just made. I just made it. I just made this up when we were jumping dimensions. So
You
I don't
made
know
it
how it
up. Okay.
works. That's kind of how Gabe did it.
That sounds like a lot of the things I did with my you know. So,
So, like I said, whoever comes with me definitely needs to have knowledge of tech.
Chrono doesn't. Why does you have knowledge of tech? What you need is someone who can find your person for you
That's true.
and get you there fast.
or if things go hairy, they can get you out very quickly.
Okay. So me and Chrono go that way, and then maybe you, Caden.
Wait, can't the knave also teleport?
Yeah, but I'm also the knave. So
I
Ave
know.
come with. So Ave comes with me, and we pull him out just in case. But
No,
the
no,
eight.
like we might not even need to do that. So what we can do is like if you get into trouble, you can communicate that over an earpiece and then Knave or Ave can just like boom, you're Knave, and then you teleport out.
It's a different dimension. I don't think the headpieces.
The headpieces
But
only
I
work within a mile.
Okay, yeah. Well, I
but
mean somebody would be
I
able
could
to
come
reach.
I could come with him.
But you should go to your brother. If we split up this way, you should go to your brother.
Yeah.
I also
I'm
think that,
being
you
I'm
know,
being selfish. I'll go.
No, I don't. I'm fine with going alone.
I'm not fine with you going alone. If you
Right.
want to go in alone, that's fine, but you're not going alone.
What about V?
Hmm?
Maybe V joins Gabe. She's good at extracting people.
Yeah, and
She's also quite good with technology because she
yeah,
broke into Gabe's house.
yeah, and you once hotwired one of those drones. I heard, right?
I can
Yeah.
hack my way through security, yes.
Yeah, and I mean we've snuck through that place before. So like prior
Yeah.
experience, provided they haven't updated security. I don't think we got caught either.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if they would have reason to,
Yeah.
but
And then
So
Kate and Forrest, you two go to the ranch. If anything happens, Kate, you and make sure that Forrest turns into Chrono, teleports you out.
I'm okay with
yeah,
this. In any case, I'm going to hand Gabe another tracker and just say, here's your exit if you need. That should get you back to me, which we should probably test that out before we start doing all this stuff to see if you can even go from tracker to tracker.
all right. So I'm gonna do that test. Can I do that? Like,
Yeah, you should be able to.
yeah. So
At
I'm
least
gonna
test it.
just practice out the going from one to the other because they're connected. So, uh, like I said, I'm gonna go to V and
Okay.
be like, "Hey, you wanna? I guess we're gonna
what a
work
ride.
together."
Sounds good to me. I was getting a little bored just sitting on my paws anyway.
All right.
So you and V are going where specifically is your attempt?
Basically, we're going to use the tracker to
Mm-hmm.
jump from one to the one in Loki's, and then use that
Oh,
to jump into like Vita. So that since he's in late perpetual indulgence, I'm gonna jump into like Phoebe's like tech that she has already built into her, like talk to her or whatever,
Yeah.
or talk to Phoebe, talk to Lady. Um,
Okay.
But before we do
So-
that, I want to do something before we head out. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're doing
Ethan
that
wants to say something as well, I think.
Yes, go ahead.
Before everybody splits up, I made some upgrades. I'm going to switch to Andante, and I'm going to touch everybody. You all have +10 to your toughness to a maximum of the. You can't go over the maximum, but you are also immune to mental effects, emotional effects, sensory effects, and you do not. You're unaffected by poison, disease. You don't need to eat,
Wow.
breathe, or drink.
ooh,
Wow.
Yeah.
good job.
That's a big GMFU. Okay.
Whoop.
Mark,
This
Mark, I
this
played
only
system. I know you
happens.
feeling. I know that feeling.
This is only up as long as I am on Andante, though. I can't use any of my other powers. I'm practically useless. This is the extent of my abilities right now. And if things go hairy, I might have to switch abilities and all you will lose this protection. But you are essentially immune to a lot of damage and things right now. You're not immune to psionics or anything like that, but you're immune to sensory effects. So if you encounter Loki, you'll be able to see through his illusions. You'll be immune to the mind stuff in the beta complex. And if you won't get a cold either. So
good.
Jacob, you're up. You're going to be taking me and Forrest to the ranch.
I can absolutely do that.
So
And
Thomas goes with
Thomas?
Abe.
And the one thing we need to know is if these trackers can be used as a bridge from my tracking device to the tracker. Can Gabe travel via that bridge?
So from your tracker device to the other tracker that
Yeah.
So
I-
like I have the thing
I've
that pings the tracker
yeah,
and then the tracker
I would say yes based on a roll. I would say yes based on a roll,
Right,
whether he
Gabe, you're up.
succeeds.
Yeah.
roll well.
Before we do that, Gabe kind of does want to do one thing though, so I'm not sure if everyone wants to do something before we split up.
I did want to have a bird respond before you leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the birds will come back and says, I found your brother. He says he can't set foot into the city. They've tried. They're attacking from the east because they're trying to invade the city. So if they can't invade the city, he can't just walk into your apartment.
I'll give another
Well.
tracker.
Wait, I'm just gonna say.
Are you made of these things? What's going on?
I do have 5 at all times.
I'm gonna say to that bird, where is he right now?
The southern edge of the city by the brook.
All right.
Rook by the brook.
Yep. Rook by the brook.
Plot hook.
Plot hook. I'm shook by this path you
By the
took.
book, y'all.
Yes.
Oh no.
Man, our schedule's all booked.
I just wanna sit
So
in a
I'm
cozy
I'm
little
gonna.
nook.
Shut up.
Minus
You're the worst. I'm gonna say
Minus
the word.
1 P to everybody. Minus 1.
Yeah.
Shadow.
Take it away. No more powers. So I'm gonna say to that bird, return to him, and say that I'll come to him.
The bird will fly away.
So first he's going to take the liquid spear Gungear and form into an altar of whatever symbol would be used for death.
Yeah.
And he's going to take the bookmark and he's just going to pray to his mom and just hope using the bookmark that he can just send the prayer straight to her. I don't know if anything's
Okay.
gonna happen.
What's
Basically,
the prayer?
And he's basically just praying like, look, just I don't know what's going on. Everyone's everyone, the family's in danger. Everyone's in danger. I just want to protect them. I know you can't really do anything, but I just need someone to talk to and say this all. Just a very silent prayer. of not like asking for help, but like just basically just saying, yeah, no, I just basically just telling his mom what's happening.
Noted. Okay. I will keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
So he's gonna walk towards Thomas. All right, Thomas,
I'm with you, man.
let's go. And as soon as we walk outside, I'm gonna take Kate's cloak, which I haven't given back yet. And full Harry Potter style, just throw it over
Nice.
me and Thomas. Because
Nice.
we're both quite small, so maybe that fits.
Yep. You will make your way through the city undetected for the most part. Thomas is also relatively stealthy too. So, and while you're making your way through, well, nobody's around. He's just gonna whisper to you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but none of my family was in the resistance.
I noticed. I'm sorry about that. So we'll get them back. We'll fix this.
Man, I miss when times were simple, when the biggest worry was whether or not our dry ripe pie crusts were flaky enough. Now, look at this. Look at our home. Ave, this isn't right.
No, it isn't. But I have an idea. Currently, we're just trying to gather information, make sure that everyone's fine, gather everyone that still is in his right mind. But I might have a solution. Because we want our world to be fine. But there's another entire civilization that wants their world to be fine as well.